Lining up to add another. And he's got
easy money.
And it's 7-0 to start this one. They got the ball in great field
Easy,
position and
easy money.
2 plays and into the end zone.
You can't beat me at nothing.
He'll bring it out. It's James. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline.
I'm sending them Georgia Bulldogs at you.
Being knocked down at the 11. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
They coming.
Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Can't do nothing about it, can't you?
On the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
Boy, it's coming, boy.
Refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 3. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense.
Yeah.
Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Hey, see me, boy.
Not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And the Dogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia! What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back. And listen to the roar of this crowd. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Line gets set, 1st down.
Man, get down, little nigga. What are you talking about, boy?
Now on 2nd
What play you talking about, dog?
Runs through a tackle. And a short gain here in the 1st quarter will come.
He ain't going nowhere.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Gabriel. He lets it fly. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. Touchdown!
Now you can't quit.
A great return for
Why you quit?
Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's James. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He makes a catch. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside.
Ain't no way.
Slippery slide. Find his
Ain't no way.
Ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
Coming out with it, it's Bell. He gets a block. Got a little room. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way.
I almost had you, boy.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the
What you
next
got for
drive,
it?
too. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Shit,
Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
We play like shit. That's what you're showing me.
Right back to him on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that,
and I'm broadcasting on YouTube, so everybody gonna watch it.
I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. What a nice throw.
All right, stop playing with you.
The defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive play.
Got me.
And it's picked off. Got room on the return. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. How about that D coming up with a play like that. What a play by this defense.
Fake it.
It's a fake. Holder looking to throw.
I know you're trying to fake it. I was trying to run over that.
They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
For real.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top.
I'm going to score because I'm the best.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll run it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Watch how he kicks.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Ripping through the defense. And he walks
into
the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime. He's got it down the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
And they took a shot on that one, but
couldn't make
the connection. It's incomplete.
Couldn't
connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And it slips through his
I thought he was good, man. He trash.
That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3 straight incompletions, and
that's my favorite team.
Go for it on 4th and 10. Got it past the marker. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's
You can't beat me in Madden or no football.
Not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails. They are unable to cut into this lead any further. Little surprised to see them line up for an onside kick here. Down 2 possessions, but a lot of time to play.
How many minutes I got?
You see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Handoff to the lone back. And sure,
ain't no way he's supposed to talk me.
Keep him from getting to the first down marker.
The run game just has not been working.
I see an open lane I can run in.
You saw it on that last play as well. Just not
Watch.
getting enough push.
I'm passing to him. Watch you run.
On the offensive line, they haven't been physical enough.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Trying to beat the D deep. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not
can't do nothing,
for
what?
offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They scored here. We're in for a ball game.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he lays out, and he's got it down the left side. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't...
He on lock. He can't do nothing.
On second down, now it's third down. And this
He on lock.
Ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he was losing in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's got room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the...
Throws toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the...
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The give to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop.
You throws toward the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Takes the handoff. It's Etienne. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Back to throw, it's Beck. Lets it fly. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. And offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't pegged.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in on the left. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move
Can't go on the
4th down. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
Handoff to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This offense will try to convert on 4th down for the 5th time. The defense has come up with just 1 stop so far. Fires it down the seam. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run on the doorstep. And a nice
Can you guard up
there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Picked up 6 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats.
trash?